you are watching News 9 Digital's Facebook Live with me, Amrita, and today we will be discussing about the latest pledge that several top drug makers and also COVID-19 vaccine makers have now announced that they will be undertaking. So a lot of top COVID-19 vaccine developers who are in the global race right now have announced that they will be penning down a letter with a pledge to all of the people in the world, saying that the vaccine they will be putting out for public use will follow all safety precautions. This particular development comes in the wake of growing political pressure in the United States as well as in several other countries to develop a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible. And some of the COVID-19 vaccine developers and countries, the government and the regulatories have been accused of foregoing or skipping very crucial trial phases to approve a COVID-19 vaccine first. Now, one of that case is that of the Russian COVID-19 vaccine. However, in the latest development, the reports or the results of the first two phases of the trials have recently been published for the public use as well. But that being said, now that the big names like Pfizer, Moderna and Johnson & Johnson have taken a pledge to adhere to the high standards of ethics and conduct of clinical studies and the manufacturing process as well, let us go ahead and speak to Dr. Paramesh, who is joining us on the phone line, who is a pediatric pulmonologist who has also dealt earlier with the H1N1 vaccine distribution right here in India, about how it was back then in the time. Dr. Paramesh, thank you for joining us on this live.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Paramesh, first of all, I want to ask you about the H1N1 vaccine, and at that point of time, was there a similar political pressure or governmental pressure on developers to come out with a vaccine for public use as soon as possible, and what was the reaction back then?
At that time, there was not much of a political pressure at all, because, and also public was also not scared at all at that time, this much. Now the public are very much scared to death, and this needs the political pressure to making the vaccine much faster. That's why they want to skip one or two level of in production, like step 3 they want to prevent it, because step 3 takes a longer time, higher population, 30,000, and it takes about 6 months to find out is there any reactions, early reaction, late reaction, middle reaction, how safety it is, and how long its vaccine gives production. I think these are all the things which was not there earlier, and routinely it came as usual, and it was quite expensive at that time. It is 3,000 rupees per dose at that time, 2009 and 2010.
Okay.
We could be able to distribute based on the high risk, then the second high risk. This is how we distributed. Meantime, the exposure of the slowly, the body developed defense, herd immunity came in that one. So now, I think we should go along with the pharmaceutical company. They have been doing their best. We should accept it. We should accept it. Only the hitch is we don't know what is the intermediary host for this virus. We know for the bat, but from there, where it came from bat to intermediary, we don't know. That's why this confusion has happened. And because people are so scared, they want the production as soon as possible. Many a time, we political parties, pressure is there to bring as soon as possible, as early as possible. This is what we are facing it now. I think we are fair enough. I think by another 5 to 6 months, we should be able to get this vaccine, and we should be able to immunize our population as much as possible. And cost containment has become a concern from the developing countries. That has also been looked into, and we are thankful this vaccine is going to come there. Some people always have in comment, you cannot avoid it.
Yes.
The longer run production of the population, we should go ahead as soon as possible and immunize as soon as possible, depending on what is the type of the genetic strain what we have been.
Yes.
Depending
so,
on that.
Dr. Paramesh, one of the main important points over here with the announcement of these vaccine developers is that the problem of anti-vaxxers. It's more of a problem in the United States, but here in India also that is a possibility for COVID-19 as well. So it is also a problem that, you know, misinformation about vaccines is often spread during polio immunization programs too. So how do you deal with anti-vaxxers, and how do you create awareness that in the future COVID-19 vaccine will be safe?
That this group always will be there. There's opponent leaders like. I think we should take in a longer interest of the society. Vaccine is the best in production. There's no second opinion all over the world.
Yes.
Okay, that is try to find mistake somewhere along the line. I think we had to overcome that. This is invariably in a polio vaccine. They said it's never able to achieve it. We have achieved it, and we feel proud of it. As a matter of fact,
Yes.
we should go for it. There was two vaccine people, scientists. They are fighting each other. Oral vaccine and injection vaccine. They also settled down. As a matter of fact.
Okay.
So evidence-based data is long-lasting. It takes the time for a longer.
It seems like we have lost Dr. Parmesh over there, but yes, it was definitely great to get Dr. Parmesh's insights on these few questions about vaccine development and also the safety standards that developers have to follow and the subsequent future apprehension of using these vaccines in the first place. So in case the developers also come out with a vaccine, there is also the apprehensiveness in the public with regards to anti-vaxxers who might not trust the vaccine. So that's why this crucial development of the vaccine makers coming forth and pledging the utmost safety is very important over here. Political pressure and the warp speed operation can also put the lives of millions of people at risk. So given all of this, at least the vaccine makers have now come out to say that yes, their vaccine, when they release it to the regulators for approval, will have followed the safety precautions. That's the most important part over here. Furthermore, you can leave your opinion in the comment section down below. Also like, share and subscribe to News 9 Digital.